record here. So welcome everybody. Um, I hope your week is good. We have some sun here at last, and we had some rain too, which is a very good thing. Um,
And wind as well. Have
and wind as always.
yeah, my God, the wind is very annoying. To say.
But finally, the winter is back. It is away. I mean,
God, yeah, yeah.
um, okay. So first of all, about the conference, we made some prices and we synchronized with Tufan. So if you go on biocoherence.net/summit25, you will now see. So we adjusted a little bit the theme, but the main theme is in French. So maybe this is not of major interest for you because most of the conferences we will have on the regulatory systems will be in French. But we will speak about physiology, naturopathy, micronutrition, and so on. If you want to attend that, I wanted to research if it was possible to have a live subtitle translation, but I'm not sure it's. I think it's technically possible, but I'm not sure yet. So if you want to attend these conferences, tell us so that we can research if it's actually possible to live subtitle in English on a screen beside the speaker. That would be maybe possible. Anyway, you will probably come on Sunday, unless you want to come the day before for the half-day sessions on the BioCoherence training, in which case you could come, for instance, either on Sunday morning or on Saturday, for instance, we will have all day half-day sessions. And if you are here a few days before, you can also do it on Friday, for instance. But I think we will extend these half-day sessions on Wednesday because the Fractal U conference will start on Thursday and we stop on Tuesday. So we will have the Wednesday as a gap. So if you plan to come to the two conferences and it's convenient for you that we do the hands-on training on Wednesday, that's a possibility. So again, if you go on the bottom, you can click for pre-booking. And when you click here, you can state all of your different options. When you want to come, you just have to check the different dates. When you want to do the hands-on trainings, room preference, and so on. And for the prices, so the summit would be 460 euros for 3 days and 3 nights. And if you want to add some days before or after, it would be 120 euro per day. And we have made an early bid until end of June, which is minus 15%. So if you plan to attend, please just click for pre-booking and give your different options. And there is no payment at this time. It's just for information.
And actually, if I could just add that we got a message from Tufan today saying that their rooms are beginning to book up very fast. They have already filled 11 rooms. So I think you're gonna move fast.
Yes, and we have around the same number of pre-registered people that already filled this. Um, I think there is a capacity of something like 40 rooms in the place. So we have plenty of room to be large, and there are also some bed and breakfast around, which are a bit more expensive, but which would allow for a little bit more capacity. So I think it will be a good thing to meet us
So
there.
could,
Mm.
could I just ask, so if I plan on coming the whole time,
Yes,
was that the second through the Wednesday, because I am going to be at the BioCoherence, the Fractal U conference.
yes.
And so the total would be 460 plus 2 more days, right? So it's a total of 5 days. So that would be 320 plus 460 would be,
One day, because I think on Tufan's side, he said their nights start on Thursday night. So
Mhm.
you would just have to add the Wednesday night that we didn't cover because we didn't know if people would stay or not. So you would just have to add one day, and that's why I wanted to possibly extend to the Wednesday the hands-on trainings because it doesn't really make sense for you to come on a Saturday, on a Friday, because it will be mostly in French, except for the hands-on training. And if you plan to stay on the Fractal U conference, it would make sense for us to extend on a Wednesday. So that's why we will probably add the Wednesday as an option in the pre-registration form. I think it
Would
makes
it
sense
be,
for you, Dan.
yes,
Yeah.
I agree. Thank you. Would it be possible to keep the same room?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to do.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think if people stay the entire for the two conferences, of course the room would be the same. Anyway, we just have to well, for the rooms, we just have to take all the reservations by ourselves, and we will tell them the number of rooms and the amenities and so on a few weeks before. So it's managed by us directly. And we don't assign room numbers or anything. So if you are in a room, you can keep the room, I think. We just have to assign single or double or triple rooms because some people will come with family, for instance, in which case it's useful to have a double room or even a triple if you want. So everything is possible in this place.
Thank you.
Okay, seems great. Um, Next topic, because I have to keep my list because I keep forgetting very important things. Yes, maybe this one. That was also for you, Dan. We did some brochures in English, and we also reformatted them as US letters. So you have now on biocoherence.net/brochure. So this, you can remove that. On that address, you have a collection of brochure in A4 for everybody except US, and a collection of documents in US letter. So this poster, the price list, the threefold, and the 20-page brochure, which are now ready to print for US. So the only thing we still have to do are the four posters, the four explanation posters. But I think, Dan, you printed them out and it looks not so bad on US uh, paper. So we will do them eventually. But the most important, I think, was the threefold, so that the threefold could be sent out to print to a printing company like Vistaprint or any printer you would have near you. And now these files are on the correct size for USA.
Well, thank you, Medrick. I just like to say that I could print the other brochures and everything in in the European, the A4
Yeah.
format, but it just cost more money because I had to get a bigger piece of paper than
Mm.
their normal size, and that just, and then we had to go back and forth and I
Yeah.
said, well, no, I can't have it. It's A4. I can't have it on the letter size because you're cropping off, however they choose to cut it is where it gets cropped.
Yeah, so
So,
now this is fixed because you have it in US letter. So for the next time, if you need to print out a few dozen brochures or even a few hundred, I don't know, it's ready.
okay, thank you.
Okay. Um, so I think that's all for the what I had. New poster, new brochure, Fractal U, that's for life. Okay. Um, so now about the app, some things that I forgot to say that are already in the latest version that you have. About the AI helpers, now the AI helpers can can use the existing basic programs to create a basic program for you. So what is new is that until now they had access to every biomarker to create a basic program, but now they also have access to the existing basic programs. For instance, those which have been made by Christine, or the ones that have been made by you. They can access the content on the description, and they can open their contents and remove or add some new items. So it means that they can combine different programs to make one big basic program for you, or they can just tweak one basic program to add some specific elements that you would ask them. So of course, that is only possible if you start your session without an exploration open, because in this case, if you click on AI helpers, they will ask if you want to open an exploration or if you just want to chat with them to create a basic program. And that's what you need to do if you want to create such a basic program. But if you are in an exploration and you ask them to add some specific basic programs on top of your priorities, it should also work. So I think it's good too because the AI helpers tended to create very short basic programs with just a few items, and now they tend to overkill a bit and create longer basic programs, which more resembles what you can get with a specific exploration. Yes, Dan?
I have already used that, and with my scans, uh, I've used it in the Ayurvedic or yoga coach, and it has added priorities. It added it, which was great, where it didn't do that before. And it asked me, I mean, I got to select what it added, but it popped up with suggestions because I asked it for those suggestions, and it incorporated those into my 21 day, which I find very beneficial.
Yeah.
Very beneficial.
Okay, cool. It it's hard to make them do exactly what we need because they are a little bit touchy sometimes and they don't do the exact commands that we want them to do and so on. But I think with each release, it's a bit more precise the way they work. So try them and tell us what if it works for you or not. Everything related to AI helpers. I think we also had some suggestions for new AI helpers. They are not yet integrated, but we have refined some of the helpers, like the holistic dentists or things like that, with a little bit more precision in what they can access or say. And I think there is a bunch of new AI helpers that should come probably in the next version. I think, Steven, you had some suggestions about that you collected. So we can still work on it. We can still add some personalities and so on.
Well, we actually have one here from Anton about an AI dermatologist and a pediatrician.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so if you can just continue collecting all these IDs, and when we go to the AI helpers, we can add a lot of them. Great. Another news about the AI, they now have a memory, meaning that at the end of the discussion with them, they will generate a short overview of what have been said. And next time you speak with them, they will have access to this overview. So don't be surprised if you go to an AI and they greet you by saying, "Okay, how did last time program work about this and this and this?" Because they will have some kind of memory. Exactly like if you go to a therapist and they have a file with some summaries of the past interactions. So this is also new. Okay, another big change, and I hope it works because it's very complicated. The day count in the meditations, I know nobody is happy with the day count in the meditations. So we changed everything and we changed it to real-time days. So now you can do several times the meditation of, say, day 4, for instance, during the day 4, and it will switch to day 5 after one day after you started the first day 4. It switches only one day. It means that if you do the day 4 and you don't switch on the app for 1 week and you go back into it, it will switch to day 5, not to day 10, for instance. So it will only switch one day the next time you open it. And the rule, so that you know it, is it will switch 20 hours after you start one day. So if you do one meditation at 8 o'clock in the evening, for instance, it will switch to day 5 at 4 o'clock the day after that. So that it allows a little bit of change in your daily meditation time. If you are used to meditate on the evening, you can meditate 2 hours before and it will still be the next day. The main use is one of our users said, I love to do the meditation in the morning, for instance, focused on the body, and in the evening with an end on sleep with all the day priorities. And now this is something that you can do and you don't have to tweak the day count. So please try it and report if everything works fine, because it was honestly very complicated to program. It looks like nothing, but it was quite complicated. So I hope everything works fine. In our test, it seems to work fine. But as always, if you have problems about that, just send a ticket. Um, so we also have some news about crash reports. I don't know if you still have crash in the app. I think we have much less crashes since the latest version. So that's something maybe you can tell us when we open the discussion after that. But if you still have a crash and you send the ticket, now we have the history of what happened before the crash so that it can help us pinpoint the reason of the crash because we don't want to have any crash. So the goal is zero crash, never crashes. Until we are there, if you have some problems, just send the ticket.
Just actually jump in. I just received a message from Frederick, who
Yeah.
gave us amazing feedback last week about the progress he's making with his eye. And he can't come to the call today, but he said that he's having really great results every time he listens to the harmonic boost. And he said that he actually has a real example that he said that he forgot to do it for 2 days and things got worse. And then as soon as he started again, things started to improve. So he just wanted to say thank you, and he'll be on the call next week.
That's great.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
yeah, it's great news. Yeah,
that's great. But it's an interesting thing to think about that on a therapist or doctor perspective. It's excellent that we have such an effect and a dramatic effect on his condition. But ideally, we should find something that could tackle the problem on a long term. So it's already a very good solution if he has to do some harmonic boost every day and it works and it helps. But that's just an aparté. But I think as a therapist, it should be interesting to make a multi-level harmonic boost strategy with something for addressing the basics and then looking deeper into the reasons of why he had that, maybe, and try to connect new things and so on. So of course, it seems it's a problem he has since years, and we find a solution to tackle it in weeks, which is amazing. And it will probably take months to really go deeper in the issue. But the whole idea behind what we do in BioCoherence is that during this 21-day meditation, you will address the external core of your problem. And during the subsequent months of your work with it, you will go deeper and deeper to go to the core of the problem. And if you have effects on the first layer and it's spectacular, it doesn't mean that, oh, okay, I found a solution, now I can stop. No, it just means that you found a solution and now you should continue. And you should go on and you should refine and you should do a new exploration when the first one is finished. And you should do the first one until the end, probably, and go on and go on. And it's just the beginning of a journey for you, a journey toward something that works better in your mind, in your body, and in your energy. So I hope we will do this journey with Frederick, and we can find some very interesting tidbits on the road. Yes, so we also worked on memory management and things like that to prevent crashes. So that's probably the reason why you have hopefully less crashes now. We also did something on every screen that needs to be computed because, as you know, now we open the file very fast, but this has a price. And the price is that if you go to biomarkers, you have a lot of screens that are not pre-computed. But now we have something nice. I can show you. Sorry. If I open a file and I go to biomarker, now I have something which is click to compute. So you know that every one of these screens, if you click on it, it will take time. Okay. So all the screens that are gray, it means it will take some time to be computed. And the ones that are not gray, you can click on it directly. But for instance, the polygraph, prevalence, causal chain, all of these things need a little bit of time to compute. And we don't do it right when we open because maybe you don't need it. So it doesn't make sense to use 1 or 2 minutes of computation if you don't need this information. So you just have to go to biomarker. And if you click on, I don't know, prevalence, for instance, it will say computing for a few seconds. And now you have it, which is better than before, when it didn't say anything and you maybe imagined that the app was crashing or I don't know what. So now you have some information about that. Another point, last week, you had a very legitimate complaint that it was a little bit complicated to invite users, and we had some problems the weekend before with the user flow in the event. So we did a complete new way to invite users, and this is live in the latest version that we published last weekend for you, Dan, for your event. So let me maybe show you that because you will understand. Okay, so let's share again. So when you create a new user, first thing is you have now to start with the email. And why is that? Because we are now dedoubling the user file, meaning if you enter the email of someone that is already in the system, it will say this email is already associated with a user account with another pro. You can claim this account or create another account, okay? But if you use, I should find, Steven, can you find me an email of a user which is not associated to any account, to any pro? Well, okay, I can explain you. If you enter the email of someone that created an account with BioCoherence but has never seen a pro, you can claim it directly. It means that the account is created. This is a user, for instance, that contacts you through the pro directory that we will see in a minute. And this user has just installed the app, created an account, found it very interesting, and now he wants to speak with a pro, but he has never seen a pro. So either he enters your invitation code, or you create him here by entering this email. And when you enter it, if it has never been associated with a pro, it will tell you this email is associated with a user account that is not associated with a pro. And if you click on claim this account, it will go directly under you. So you can then access it, and you can access his exploration, and you can do new explorations that will come into their accounts, but it will be the existing accounts that they have in the app. That is because if you create a new account, we have seen that it makes a lot of problems with people having different logins and so on. So this is the first thing. So if I create a new one, of course, this is a new email not yet in the user list. So test new user. And let's just say, okay. Now, if I go to About, I have something very practical. So I can copy his login and password, but I can also do something that is possible only if he didn't log in the app. So it's not possible for existing accounts, so that it's not possible to enter into an account that someone already used. But if it's a new account, you can give this personal information code to this contact, invitation code, sorry. It will log them automatically without the need for a password. And the invitation code you see is quite simple. So you can just copy this invitation code. It will copy the install link and the invitation code. And the user has just to enter this invitation code when he starts the app for the first time. And it will automatically log him in and download the exploration that you did for them. So the flow would be you create the user, you do the recording at your place, you give them this invitation code, they install the app, and they immediately have the login and password. No need to enter the login and password. They are identified with this account, and they have access directly to the exploration. So it's now a new way, very simple way to give the access to your clients, either locally or remotely.
But this is only for new accounts.
This is only for new accounts. You cannot log on an existing account with such a simple code because it would be a security issue. So it's only for an account that didn't log in by themselves.
Because yesterday I got one and I tried to use it, it didn't work. So they're still generating for the clients. We just can't use them, correct?
They generate if they never use the app. So if you see, sorry. What's that? If you see here, never use the app, you will have the invitation code.
I gotcha. Okay.
Okay? If it doesn't say never use the app, it will say something like, will it say it? Last use of the app, 20 March. Okay. In that case, you see the login, but you don't see the password and you don't have the invitation code.
I gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
But now this is also new. We display the login because sometimes we had some strange login like .com2 or things like that. This is also a thing from the past. If we create a duplicate account because you really want to create a duplicate account, even if the app says that one account already exists, it will not do something like medtest@gmail.com too, which drives people crazy, which is normal. It will just do medtest2. Okay. And medtest2 is more acceptable at gmail.com too. Okay. So it will create a shorter login if it's a duplicate account. That's why you have now the login that is displayed here so that you can say to the client, with me, you have to log in with this account. And you also see what active subscriptions they have. If they don't have an active subscription, you still have the possibility to buy them a subscription. So you go on About and you can buy a subscription for instance, 1 month of MePlay, but you have now a new option. If you click here, you can pay for the client or you can ask the client to pay. So let me explain that. If you pay for the client, you will take the client's money. So for $10.99, so the client pays you $10.99 and you have a rebate on it. So you will be debited by us of this amount minus 25%. Okay. And if you take a larger period, like 3 months, you see now you have 30%. So for instance, if you subscribe to the client for 3 months and he pays you, he has to pay you $31.99 and you will pay $22.39. So you will earn close to $10. It will show euro or dollar according to your own currency. Okay. So my currency is in euro, so it shows in euro, but if your currency is in dollar, it will show in dollar. The other solution is to invite. Is to ask the client to pay. So if you click here, it will prepare an email to confirm your subscription. Click here, and this click here already contains the fact that you chose a MePlay monthly. Okay, so if you say to the client, "Oh, I think you should now subscribe for 3 months for MePlay," you click on MePlay for 3 months, ask the client to pay, and this link will directly lead to the payment page for a MePlay for 3 months option. Prepared for the client, automatically identified for him and everything. So he just has to confirm the address and pay. So it's done in 2 clicks.
Is there any way to get the money on there so that we know how much it's going to cost them? So that if they ask, like, well, how much is the 3 months? When you click on it, there's no.
It's true. So it's displayed here.
Oh, there it is.
MePlay for
Okay.
3 months, $31.99. And it's a very good remark, Laura. Thank. We will add it here. So sorry, MePlay for 3 months, ask the client to pay. We should probably add it here. You are about to subscribe Me months for 3 months for $31.99. To confirm your subscription, click here. That would make sense, of course. So I have to take notes for all of these good ideas. So this is.
And actually, when the person clicks the link, it takes them straight to the credit card payment, and then that's linked to the affiliate of the person who sent them there, right?
Yes.
So it's all linked. You just have to send them that mail.
Okay, so all of this is made to make your life simple. So I hope it will be simple and work. Next topic. Let me just see. Yes, okay, let's address this. So you know from the beginning I wanted to do a pro directory, and I started speaking about some new ideas we had about making BioCoherence into a platform. I think this is very powerful because what we are doing now in BioCoherence is allowing creators to add some elements to the app and to earn money with it. I briefly told you about that last time. What we will do is 3 different platforms. One is for the trainings. So every user could propose some trainings. It could be recorded trainings, it could be one-on-one, it could be trainings on the app or trainings regarding some specific therapeutic approaches, for instance. And all of these trainings could be directly booked from within the app. So let me show you how it works. This is only a technical preview, so it's not available to end users, but it will be available to you in the next version, provided that you are a pro, okay? So it's not yet open to users, it's only open to pros. So now you have 2 new items here, which is the pro directory, we will come to that later, and the train with specialists. And when you go to train with specialists, you see different categories. So you can get trainings on the general use or on some topics about energy, body, and mind, and progress. Maybe it's not the ideal ways to make it. So we will refine this. You can have some types. So it could be recorded video. It could be a live group webinar, so something every week, for instance. It could be a live event, or it could be a one-on-one. So let's say you want to do a one-on-one. Cool. I can book something with Steven. So I will click here, and I've already booked with him, so I already have this information. But in principle, you see a little bit of presentation, how much it costs, and so on. And if you want, you can message him to have some information if you want, and you can just buy it by getting it. So let's do a bit more complicated option. I've unlocked them all.
We need more trainers.
Yes, no, it's just for now, it's just a technical preview. Okay, so it's always the same principle. So you get the live events, and it should unlock this white zone that should not be unlocked at the beginning, which is all the information people need once they book to contact you. So it could be a way to take an appointment with you. It could be a way to access your recorded webinar. So for instance, if you want to do one-on-ones, you could just drop a Calendly link or something to manage your calendar, and people could just subscribe to, well, take a slot with you, and we will probably manage the payments. So you will get a message that these people has taken an appointment with you and has paid, and then you just have to deliver the training. Or maybe they can pay with you directly. This is yet to decide. And of course, in which language you can do the things. So according to the languages, you can filter the different offers. So if you want to do a training, I don't know, in Croatian, for instance, you could just add the Croatian language and propose some trainings like basic biocoherence understandings, like one-on-ones to get some more information, and you decide your prices and user just book you. So that's one first thing. And the other one is the pro directory. And so this is the okay, we must maybe add one more filter, but the train with specialist is more oriented to other professionals or to people with at least a me subscription that allows to use the analysis screens. So me essential or me custom or me plus, and people that want to learn more with you. The pro directory is a little bit different. This one is really tailored to end users. And the idea is that they could find you by, what's that? Okay. They can find you by just searching some of these entries and clicking on you. And again, this is unlocked. I should take one that is not unlocked. Let's take JSON. Okay. So Jason has made a presentation. He has imported an image, and he has written some presentation about this pro. So you just land on his, it's kind of a social media page, you know. So you see everything he does. You can open his website. You can send him an email if you want. So it's up to him to enter the information he wants here. He has checked that he has this expertise, so it will show here. And now you can book a session. Okay, and when you book a session, it will unlock this screen here that gives the option to the user to get in touch with you. And of course, as I said, it's still a technical preview, so there will be probably more options to take an appointment with you. But in principle, you have to take the intake form. So you have some disclaimers that you can enter here. People have to accept and sign. And at that point, they can book a session of the choice, and you define the different session you have and the different prices. And so if people take a remote session, for instance, with this guy, okay, now it's in your in what you booked. So at that point, we must decide how it will be delivered with you. So you will probably receive an email and a notification, and either we provide a way to manage your calendar, which is a bit complicated, or you just use an external service like Calendly or something like that to manage your the periods where you are available and your booking slots. So you have in the next version, again, that you will have probably today or maybe tomorrow, you will have this edit button here. And when you click on it, you can just edit your product directory listing. So you want to be listed here. This is my presentation. You can add another picture like the one that you show from Jason with the brain and so on. You can say that you speak, let's say, English. You can check everything that applies as your specialties. So you are good in that and that and that. Okay. And now you can start your offers. So either you work only locally, or you can work remotely via video or phone, or you can just give some advice based on an exploration. And you would, in that case, probably change the priorities and resources and write some conclusions. And you just state what you do and the price, and that's all. Okay. And then when people choose one of these options, this is how to contact you. So book your session on Calendly, I don't know, .com/mycode. Okay. And people could just click on this and take an appointment with you. So we will try and make this as easy as possible for you if you're interested with that. Okay. Or you can say, send me an email on my email at gmail.com, and this email will be clickable. So people can just click on it and say, oh, I just took a session with you, and so on. And if you need, you can here paste your intake form with all the disclaimers and reservations that you want to do. And people will have to, if you feel something here, people will have to sign that they agree with your conditions before being able to take an appointment with you. So again, this is a preview. I'm waiting for your feedback on this to make it something that will be really useful for you. But the idea is that you could have a platform to get new customers with that, and it would be directly available in the app, and also maybe why not on our website if we open the Pro directory on the website, which could be another option. Maybe you want to be on the public website, maybe you don't want. So it would be another new option if you want your information to be available on the website to get some new clients. Let me drink a bit. Okay, and the two new options that we want to open are a bit more technical. So I will not go too deep into it today, but we want to allow creators to create some new analysis screens. And that would be an extension platform that would require a little bit of programming, but not so much. So you would need to probably get in touch with a programmer if you have a system. But for instance, you could quite easily develop something that would take all the biomarker data and output new analysis screens. And for instance, these new analysis screens could be something related to astrology or something related to reflexology. If you want to develop a map of the foot with reflexology, for instance, it would be pretty easy with this new system to create this new map and to create these new screens. We have some technical information that we can give to any programmer without a lot of skills. It's really easy to do. It only requires knowledge of JavaScript. So it's easy to find someone that knows JavaScript, or even maybe you know it. And at that point, you could receive the biomarker, the pre-computed biomarkers from the exploration, do what you have to do with it. And for instance, we have one of our users that have developed a whole system around some specific readings in astrology. And with this new system, it could develop a new astrology module that you could subscribe as a pro for a fee, for instance, for a monthly fee or for a lifetime fee. This we would go mainly towards the creator, and we would take billing fees and platform fees and so on, but it would be mostly for the creator. And if you are interested in astrology and we didn't develop this astrology module, you could go on the exploration platform extensions, sorry, and add it in one click to your analysis module, and it would add some value to your analysis. So I think it's interesting both for the creator of new extensions and for the users that could get a lot more new way to analyze things in the future. And I think that's all. You will also see in the next version that we have launched a new launch screen because the app needs something like 5 or 10 seconds to instantiate everything. So we have leveraged this 10 seconds to show you either a nice quote, an inspiring quote, or tips and tricks about the app, depending on your status. So for instance, it can say that you can contact a pro with the pro directory if you are an end user, or it can say, did you know that you can use the app on Mac if you are on Android, or things like that. So it will be a new way to just display a little bit of information at the startup time. And I think I'm done.
Just actually a couple of questions that came in. So Kat at the start wants to talk about the minimum system requirements and also the internet connection. When is it required?
Yeah, so that's interesting because I didn't put it in my list. One new thing you will have in the next version, which is already implemented, is that let me try and show you. Okay, I'll just explain. When you launch a harmonic boost, a live harmonic boost in the next version, it will do a quick speed test of your device the first time you launch it. So it will just block the navigation for 2 seconds with a black screen saying, we are testing your device capacity. It will just take 2 seconds. And after the 2 seconds, it will say, okay, it seems your device is powerful enough to do the live generation. But if you have some noise problems or crackling sounds, please consider doing an MP3. Or it will say, oh, it seems your device is really not powerful enough to do this, so we advise you to do the MP3, and you risk having some bad noises if you do the real-time thing. Yeah. So this should solve the problem of, because frankly, doing a whole list of what device could do it or not, I don't know if you realize, but there are more than 14,000 different Android devices, for instance. So would it make sense if I say, oh, you need at least a Snapdragon 4831/2? It doesn't make sense. So I think the most convenient thing is we just do capacity test of your device. And if we are above a certain threshold, it says it's probably okay. And if we are below it, it says it's probably not okay. And this threshold will be refined once we start gathering data about the different devices that we have. Right now, we only have a few dozen of devices, so we can see the ones that seems to work or not. But when we have more, it will be more precise.
Cool. And when is the internet connection required? So it's required at time of download, but not required for the scan, right? So you can actually be disconnected while the scan is taking place. But then to pull down some of the screens, you've got to be connected to the web.
Okay, so you absolutely don't need internet for any calculation. When you need internet is at lunchtime just to check your login. And of course, the first time to download a bunch of texts. And when you change language, you need internet to download the texts in the new language. Then you never need internet, except if you want to share an exploration with a client so that we can send it to the cloud. Or if you want to play the MP3 of a public basic program, because the MP3 of the public basic programs are already pre-computed and available on our website. So you don't have to compute them on your computer, you just have to download them. If you are not connected, I think it will compute it locally, so it should work. But if you are connected, it will be faster because it just has to download the MP3 that is already available. Because it's a public basic program, it's the same for everybody, so it can be stored on our server.
Cool.
So apart from these cases, you don't need internet. Of course, if you want to modify your data, if you want to edit your pro directory entry or things like that, you will need internet. But for the day-to-day operations, well, I must say, if you create a new client, you need internet. Because when you create a client, it actually creates it on our server in real time. So this is another case where you need internet. I think that's all.
Dan wants to know about integration with FiRay, which I think you're doing a talk on that soon, right?
I have no news on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I still have to synchronize with the creator of the FiRay.
Yeah. Okay. And Kat had a little problem, which Kat, I'm going to give you a call afterwards, and we can step through it. And that's it. We were asked by Leon if we could actually have the full harmonic boost being exported as an MP3. Because
maybe because we had to limit the size because it made the app crash. So maybe it could be an option to decide what would be the maximum duration for a harmonic boost, and you just try it. And if you can export 60 minutes and it doesn't crash on your system, fine. But if it crash, just revert it to maybe 30 minutes. It's actually very easy for us because it's already something that is different on Android, iOS, and on Mac or Windows because the capacities are different. So it could be a parameter that could be in the settings. So we will add it to the settings.
Yeah, and Steve just said he tried to find out what his processor is on his phone and he can't find it. So your solution's a lot easier. What's a processor, firstly? I think that's it for all the questions. Confirmation again from Laura that the harmonic boost was able to actually clear ticks from her dog, which is really interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Me as well. They were literally jumping off, like falling off the dog to get away from the deer tick sound.
Wow.
I picked 11 deer ticks off Rooster one night when I got back because they were just scrambling to get away from it.
So cool.
That's very interesting. What program did you use?
Well, I used AI, right? And what they did was they created a whole new like harmonics for the dogs to I'm assuming to like increase their vibration so that they don't attract them. But when you use just the ticks, the mites, or the fleas, like they literally just jump off the dogs. I mean, I saw fleas myself jump off my dogs, and then I used.
With the flea program in the protocols? So
I'm sorry.
with the
Where did you
flea
find it?
protocols? Yeah.
Yeah, with the
Great.
frequencies, because you have fleas, mites, and deer ticks, 1 and 2. I don't exactly understand what 1 or 2 is, so I just use both of them. And then what I do is I put it in a big thing of water, and I use my headphones around the water,
Yeah.
and then I'm just letting them drink it. And so I'm still in like, I'm
Preliminary.
experiencing, yeah, an experiment, because really here it's still too cold for all of these things to come out here. But when it warms up, they come out. So I'm still waiting, but I think in the meantime, they've literally stopped scratching and like biting. So I don't know, but I'm also playing it in my house. So if the fleas also with the diatomaceous earth are gone, because I do not use any chemicals at all. I won't do it. So this is the first time I've ever found anything that so far they're like gone. And I'm like, okay, is it because it's the diatomaceous earth or is it the frequencies? So
I
I'm
hope
really
you have a subscription for your dog, yeah.
I think Paula was asking, so you
Yeah.
find those on the protocols when you add protocols on your harmonic boost. There's a search button, and I just typed in deer tick. Thanks to Laura, she showed me how to find that, and literally works amazing.
Okay, great. And we could do a basic program from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you did a basic program and it works, you just have to make it public, and it would be helpful for many people.
well, that's what I asked for.
Also,
Like
it is nice to talk to you, Paula. I know we have seen you on the calls before, but it's actually nice to finally speak to you. So,
I wanted to I wanted to bring these along for Frederick. These are neodymium. They're just magnets that I got from the Genius Insight app. And I was thinking when Frederick was talking last week about trying to listen to the frequencies, the harmonics, as well as doing the meditation, you can put these on and you just feel the frequencies, and it's really, really good. Now, they sell these for about €160. I think we could make them for practically nothing, and it would just be a brilliant idea.
Can you
They're
show?
basically,
what do they look like? Oh, okay.
they're basically just 2 magnets. Can you see okay?
Yep.
And it goes into the audio port on your device. So I just put these on and play the frequencies and I feel them. So I just, like, I'm not listening to the sound, I just feel better. And I only got the idea through you, Medrick, talking about the neodymium in the headphones. So this is just, I suppose, a bigger.
Yeah, it's a transducer.
It's the same.
It's a transducer, and it just sends magnetic information. That's great. That's great.
But I thought, I thought we could probably produce them pretty cheaply, and they'd be very, very useful. I was also thinking then there's lots of other options you could use, like bone conduction headphones. You could also double listen. If you had ordinary headphones in, you could use bone conduction headphones and listen to I just had a few ideas of EMF as well, and PEMF. There's 2 or 3 different ideas I had there, but maybe now isn't the time to bring.
For EMF and PEMF, we are working on this little device that would be directly interfaced with the app, and it would have an output so that you can use patches, with
brilliant,
with pin buttons,
Yeah.
and so you can just put patches on the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Sounds great.
and it's interesting because it's actually a CE and FDA approved medical device.
Oh, brilliant.
So we cannot input all the frequencies that we have in BioCoherence. It would be something complementary. It would be a subset of programs. But what we plan to do is use the BioCoherence app to preset the program related to what is happening in the audio, for instance.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to change the program according to the current harmonic boost, and to
Okay.
display a map of where you have to put the electrodes,
Okay.
especially what acupuncture points, for instance.
That's a
You have,
brilliant idea.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
fabulous.
So,
Yeah.
so that's the point, and it probably will be ready for the conference in October.
Excellent. Excellent.
I think it would be brilliant. It would be brilliant. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Yay.
Thanks for that. Mercy, thank you, Paula.
Okay, great. And it's already 5.
Okay, can I ask one question?
Yes, please.
So I have, like I put it for the AI, like the pediatrician that I asked last time, and it's doing great. But I was wondering if you can get some for like adults, something like this, so we can ask like general questions about like coughs, some general like
At one
like a
point, I wanted to have a general practitioner, something like that. I don't think I put general practitioner by itself, but you want to have a
yeah, like a
generally
family
based,
doctor, like a family doctor that can
yeah.
not specialist, but some general,
Yeah, which is called GP in USA, I think, general practitioner.
uh-huh.
And we call in France médecin de famille, so family doctor.
Yeah, family, yeah.
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 Even
And
it's
also like
something
for
that
skin,
we have to add to the list.
yeah, for skin problems like acne, like fungus and skin problems like dermatologist. It will
Okay.
be also very nice to have.
Good idea. Steven,
Yeah.
can you just check on the list if we have to add all of this?
You need to find that list. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and I want to ask because I was driving, so like you described the project directory, this I understand it's for like end users to find a specialist.
Yes.
But this first part, it's like education, like not education, but explaining, like tutorials.
Yes.
And do you need like it can be preset? It will be like recorded, or it needs to be live?
So if you didn't see, I will just show it again.
Yeah,
Do you
sorry.
see your screen, or are you still driving?
No, I'm now looking at the screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the idea is that you could choose a category and you could choose a type, which could be either a recorded video or a live group webinar or a live event or a one-on-one training. So in your case, for instance, for Croatia, you could put some recorded videos on how to start with BioCoherence, how to use it in an advanced way, and so on. You could enter a live group webinar to say, for instance, every Friday at 4, we will get a webinar about BioCoherence. You could do a live event, for instance, to say, on May 30, I will do an event in this city, so you can register here. And you can do a one-on-one training to say, okay, just spend 1 hour with me, and I will explain to you face-to-face through, I don't know, through either face-to-face physically or face-to-face through WhatsApp or anything. And for this particular one-to-one training, I am in the process of adding something that allows you to click in the app, and the user's app would do the same click. So you could drive the app and show the user how to use it, and the app would change. So you would have your voice, for instance, overlaid on the app, and everywhere you would click, it would show you. It would show it on the user screen, or you could just simply share your screen and show the things, and the people would do the same on their screen, which maybe is better if people do it. They will remember better. So So I think if you do a one-on-one training through WhatsApp or through Zoom or anything, you should probably share your screen and ask the user to do the same on his screen so that he
Mhm.
properly understands everything.
Mhm.
So, and here the same, you have this little edit button, and if you click on it, you can start a new one. You can define your module. So 1-2-1 with Anton. Of course, it should be in Croatian.
Mhm.
And we still don't have Croatian, but I will add it quickly, but otherwise you put it here.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's a one-on-one. It's about general use. You could import an image. If you have a short video, for instance, 1 or 2 minutes to present your video, you will just put it here. So YouTube slash job. That would be your
Mhm.
little presentation video
Mhm.
about your module. Learn everything in Croatian with me. Your price. So if it's a subscription, for instance, if it's a webinar, or if it's a one-time payment, for instance, it's a video. So you could say, for instance, I don't know, it's $10, or you could say it's free, it's $0.
Mhm.
Okay. And then when people have clicked that they want to pay, you put your unlocked content. So see the videos on YouTube slash check. And that would be a private video that people
Mhm.
can only access through the link, but that would not be referenced on YouTube. And that's all. Okay. So I just save it. I close it. And I will probably have it here on one-on-one training. Yes. So I have my name, my stated
Mhm.
languages, and I should have my country probably. And now I have
Mhm.
this one-to-one with Anton.
Mhm.
And of course, it's myself. So okay, if it were not me, you could open it
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. On my yeah.
Okay, so you can do it for free because you can do the basic trainings in Croatian for free, and it would be available to all of your users because you are a
Yeah.
distributor and you feel it
Yeah.
adds some value. And you
Yeah.
could do some advanced training for a fee.
Mhm.
It could be one-to-one, or it could be a series of pre-recorded videos that go deeper in detail, and you feel that these videos cost, I don't know, 50 euros, and you ask for 50 euros for the users and so on. And
Mhm.
users would pay directly through the app, and you would get something like 85% of the proceedings or something like that. So we would act as a platform even for the payment.
Mhm. Okay.
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 And so
People
once
want
Super.
to
once
know
you have
where
created
the free.
your trainings, any new user could just pay for it, and it will be recurring money for you.
Yeah, super. This is something that I was trying to get to because I need something like this because I cannot repeat myself so many times,
No.
especially the basic stuff, and free stuff. I'm gonna
Yes.
do it like
So
and then
as a
just
distributor, what I would do is some basic free stuff to just declutter your questions of the basic things in your own
Mhm.
language, which is
Mhm.
much more powerful. Uh, and then maybe some more advanced stuff, maybe for a fee, if you want, and the possibility to get some one-to-ones with an hourly fee for you, or 30 minutes, But you would say for the one-to-ones, the condition is that you have to see all the videos before or read all the manuals and so on, so that you don't get the very basic questions. But if people are ready to pay you for your price to get a one-to-one, then it's fine.
Mhm. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Very nice.
Sorry, just Steve asked where he can find these screens. Steve, this is actually not live yet, so this is going to be live soon.
Yeah, we are finding the last quirks in it, like clicking on his own name and not seeing the offers, which doesn't make sense if you want to design your offers. So it will be probably live tomorrow in the next beta.
Chat to Steve Campbell, 600 an hour. Relax, nothing's under control.
That's the essence of the whole meeting.
Just chill, it's all good.
Dan, you had a question?
Yes, I would like to go over I find myself a lot of times when I'm out walking and stuff, I'll bring my iPad and start talking with people and they want to see. So I mean, when I don't have a hotspot yet other than my phone. And usually when I go walking, I don't bring any of that with me because I might bring the iPad or something, but because I might listen to the harmonic boost. But you said that you don't need the internet except to log on,
Yes,
right?
but if you
When
are,
you first open up the program.
yeah, but well, when you launch the program, it will search for are there new versions and is your login updated or things like that. But if you don't have internet, it will work nonetheless. It will just not update your login. So you don't
Okay.
you can actually use the entire program without internet, except if you want to, for instance, create a new customer.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's well, the other thing is uh, for, I mostly do most of my scans on the PC, which is where I'm talking to you now.
Mhm.
But and then I take the iPad with me, and if I don't have internet, or I guess when I log in on the iPad, which I do all the time, like at home, usually before I leave, will my current, like you have said that the personal, I understand the meditations are on my laptop or the iPad, but the harmonic uh, boost program should be. So is that stored locally is what I'm saying. Because
Okay,
if I don't get an internet connection,
yeah,
and I'm not talking about upgrading or another scan, I'm just talking about, I'm gonna use the last
okay, it's a
scan.
good question, and I get your question. What happens when you launch the app is that it will check with the server if there is a new version of your current exploration, and if there is a new version, uh, I I'm actually not sure if it will download it directly or if it will only download it when you open it. So I have to check that. I would say you have to open it while you have an internet connection before you leave, so that everything is loaded. And then you can close the app and launch it again, and it has been saved locally on your device, so you have it. But I'm not sure it would download it without your consent and without any click. It will not download everything that you created on your PC directly on your iPad if you don't open the exploration. Maybe for the ongoing exploration, but I'm not sure, so I will get back to you. I will check that and get back to you. I don't think I do a first. I know we do a first check to see if we have the latest version or not, but I'm not sure if we actually download it or if you wait for you to open it. I think we wait to open it, but I will check and tell you next time. Mm. Right now, for sure, you can open it on the iPad while you have internet connection, and at that point, it will be stored on the iPad, and you don't need internet connection for later. And you could even download the daily meditations. If you go to if you click on a personal guide while you have internet, it will display the different planets and it will preload every program. And when it says you can go to airplane mode, it means that everything is stored locally on your device. So at that point, you can go on a walk and don't without internet, and you can do the full 1 hour meditation if you want.
Perfect. That was my next question.
Mm.
Thank you.
And by the way, we have I've seen this remark somewhere, but we have to add a manager for the local memory because we are downloading all the past meditations and harmonic boost and so on. And right now we are not erasing anything. So it can start to take a little bit of space on your device. So in the next version, you will have the option to delete things that are not yet not more useful. On most devices, it's not such a problem because it's not so big. And now devices have a lot of space. But nonetheless, it would be good to have a cleaning option. Okay, any more questions, Stephen, or shall we stop here?
No, none. Unless anybody else has any.
What's that? That spot.
Leon.
Yeah. Well, like leaking. I was thinking, oh, okay, what's going to happen? Yeah, it's
I
been a
don't
big
think that's
pot
for
of
us.
thing. Must be that.
I'm not sure if that's for us, Leon, or not. Sounds like a scene from Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking.
Oh wow, yeah. Oh, sorry, I must have unmuted by accident. Apologies. Sorry, yeah. Ignore me. I'm just doing a bit of gardening.
Okay, so see you soon next week.
I just have one question that I
yes,
didn't get
Dan.
to ask, and it was in the chat box. So the interface for purchasing, when I bring my website up, I want to allow them to purchase through the website, and either they come through me, and then I've got to go into BioCoherence. Will I need to create a JavaScript on my website to access BioCoherence's catalog to buy something, or
You can
can
just
there?
link. What do we want? You want to do a link from your website to our website?
Yeah, well, I want to, I have the price lists and stuff, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to show them the distributor one that I have, but I have the current price list. I mean, I've already printed the page out and was displaying it on my table. But I would, if they just come to my website while I'm doing something else at an event or whatever, I still want them to be able to buy it and not say, oh, it doesn't work, buy. So would I need to create a link, a JavaScript extension?
On your website, you have a buy button that doesn't work. You mean?
No, not yet. I'm asking if I need that. I mean, obviously I need a buy button, but I
Yes,
want to be
you can
able.
just do you can just do a link to the page that you want on our website, and it will directly direct the people to that link. And there is a possibility to add a code so that you are registered as an affiliate.
Okay,
Mm.
that's what I was asking
Yeah,
because
and for that, you can get the link directly from the website. Let me check if I can show you. Where is it? Okay, so let me just try. If it works, I show you. No, not directly. So I'll get that for next week. How
Yeah,
to do a link to our website with the affiliation link.
that
Then
that would be
you
great.
can do a link to any product, for instance,
Yeah.
and directly from your website to ours if you want.
Well, I mean, I want to give them the option because I mean, I already have sensors and they have to buy the software off the BioCoherence server anyway, but I still want to give them an option. If I'm not there and whatever, just, straight ahead.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jason.
Thank
Everybody.
you.
Hey, Jason.
Bye.
Okay, I'm stopping.